Getting vaccinated is one of the most beneficial things we can do, not only for ourselves, but for our community. Why should we get vaccinated? Vaccines are the most effective way to prevent morbidity and mortality. They also reduce the burden on healthcare facilities, such as hospitals and doctors' offices, due to less people going in for these illnesses and just the overall care for when they are in the facility. They can also eradicate viruses such as smallpox, and they can prevent viral and bacterial illnesses. It's not just COVID-19 that we're focused on, it's the all the ones that could actually help us and benefit us. They also help protect all members of society, not just all those that are healthy, but those that need that extra help. And they can lessen the symptoms if we do become infected, which is a great thing. However, recently there was a study that found 30% of adults were believing misinformation surrounding the COVID-19 vaccine. And it's misinformation like that, which is why videos like this are so important to really get out some true facts about vaccines and really see the significance they have on our healthcare system. So what is a vaccine? A vaccine is a substance that's used to stimulate the production of antibodies. It's really just trying to stimulate your immune system in order to fight off these pathogens. And there are different types of vaccines, such as the ones listed here. So we know inactivated vaccines are ones that are dead. So the pathogen is dead, but we take that pathogen and put it into the vaccine to put it inside of you. These can be not as strong, so typically they need boosters, and examples of these are like the flu vaccine, the rabies, polio. Live attenuated vaccines are the actual pathogen but in a weakened form. These usually have strong, long-lasting immunity, and examples of those are like smallpox, chickenpox, yellow fever. The mRNA vaccine is probably the most talked about right now because of COVID-19. That is the vaccine that is being used for that virus. And that's when it's taking a small protein to show your immune system in order so your immune system knows what to target. And then the subunit, recombinant polysaccharide, and conjugate vaccines, those are ones that also target just a specific piece, such as like a protein or a capsid, and that usually elicits a strong immune response, but you could still need boosters. And examples of that are like HPV, shingles, and whooping cough, Hep B. The toxoid vaccine uses a toxin. It may need boosters, and examples of that are like tetanus. And then a viral vector vaccine is when it uses a different virus as a vector to deliver the protection for the pathogen that you want. And we're hoping to use this for COVID-19 in the future. So some current vaccination rates are seen here. We have COVID at about 80% in the United States, which is pretty good, but for the influenza virus, we are actually looking at a rate of about 51.4%, which is lower than the previous year. And here's a graph that's breaking it down by age. So I like to use visuals when I learn things, and I think that this is a great way to see how effective vaccines really are. It's this game called Virus Break, and I went through and played it earlier, but I'll show you how it worked. So these are the instructions for the game. I'll let you read those kind of on your own maybe later, but I can give you the overview for it. So I'm going to select the influenza virus, and I'm going to change the vaccination rate. Actually, first I'm going to leave it at 47% and let it run. So those purple dots are the carriers, the red dots are the people that are sick, and then the black dots are the people that are dying. It's going to run through this simulation as like the whole population, and we can see now we're at 90 days, we're at 90, Now we're at all the way up to 106 days, and 1 million people died from the virus. And now it's with 47% as vaccination rate. So we can reset it and change the vaccination rate up to 84%. And now we can look. So that one first carrier is spreading it, other people get sick, but because everyone, well, a vast majority of the society was vaccinated, no one died. We can also go in the opposite direction and look to see what a 2% vaccination rate would look like. So there's that first person, and you can already see how much worse this is. So lots of people that are sick, lots of people that are carrying, and a lot of people are dying. As you can see, we're already at 6 million, and it lasted 66 days. So this is just a great tool to actually be able to visualize and relate to the infection, because you may hear about people dying, but when you can actually see it, I feel like it means more. But also you can play with the other effects like the virulence, the lethality, the incubation time, which I've noticed if you increase the incubation time, you get the worst results. You get a lot of people sick and dying because a lot of people are still going out if they don't know they are sick and they keep spreading it. But that, yeah, I definitely recommend using this game to kind of get a good sense of what's happening and how we can make those changes, such as like getting vaccinated in order to prevent people from dying. Because some of these you can't actually change. We can't change the incubation time or the infection time, but we can change the vaccination time. I mean, the vaccination rate, which is the most important thing to stopping these pandemics and spread. So, yes, this is the website. You can go do it yourself, and I hope you learned something and will consider getting vaccinated in the future. And if you're already vaccinated, I hope you can show this to your friends and family so they can learn a bit more too. And these are my references. Thank you.